Hey guys, you join me here, Snowman86. We are back on Ballyspring. So today, as you can see from the back, we have the fertilizer spreader on, and we are going to get to it straight away. So we need to swap our attachments on our JCB. So we're going to drop this off, and we're going to take a new way, which is now this way. So the old parlor, the old storage building that was there is gone, guys, and we've opened up this section of the farm just a little bit more. Better jump internal for this because for some other reason, oh, I see an issue, and the issue is these are probably designed. Can we change it? No, we cannot. They are front loader forks. That is just a little bit embarrassing. So we're, yeah. Can we use the bale spike? Yeah, it might work. No, we'll shut this down. We'll get them sold, and we'll have to be back here in a jiffy, guys, with some pallet forks for our new telehandler. And we are back, guys. So that short little pit stop there didn't really cost us too much, but just a little bit annoying all the same. So we're going to see, can we stab a single bag? We only want the one. I think that'll do it. So we're just going to bring this bag down to our loader, and we are going to just our fertilizer spreader, and we're just going to get it filled up. Oh. So we're just going to, as I say, fill this up. We will get a load in, and we will get cracking. Let's manage to take all of it. It's a little bit alarming, but hey ho. And not sure what we did there. We managed to fold our forks. So we'll leave this here. We have the Massey ready to go, and this is for our grass field. So this loader, oh, we're very close there. Works a treat. But quickly, we just get back in here, guys, because as I say, we kind of jumped it. So this shed is now kaput and gone. We've probably a little bit more landscaping we could do along the front here, just to try and remove the lip around the sheds. So this should improve our ability now to tank, to get bales in and out of this shed. These two smaller sheds here probably will go at some stage, but we're just not sure when, and we might even close this gap up, and that would enable us to kind of maybe widen this gap, and that would be our main in and out to get into this back section of the farm. If we did that, we could put a big enough shed here that would house a lot more equipment, become our new workshop maybe, that kind of thing. And yeah, so it's just another step in the progress of improving the layout of the yard. This one might take a bit of time to foresee, or to see out and stuff, but we'll see how we're going. Now we're not using this one because we had a bit of fertilizer left in our one here, and as I say, I don't think we need a whole pile, so we're just going to quickly run around, do our grass fields, guys, and yeah, we'll see how we go. But this small tiller could be sold. We could probably sell it. Is it set to automatic? Uh, yep. So we're just going to spread. As I say, I don't think it's going to take a whole lot because, yeah, we're pretty good on our nitrogen levels in a lot of our grass fields. Now the new grass field might be a little bit different, but this field we don't need a whole pile, so that's why we say we come out, do it with the till spreader, and that'll just enable us to get more slurry stored coming into next year, because I do get the feeling we're going to need a lot of slurry next year. I just have that sneaky feeling we're going to burn through a good chunk of it, just because, again, I get the feeling we could be adding another grass field to our collection. We're aiming for blocks that are kind of up there to the right side of the farm and down in front of the farm. There are the blocks we're looking at adding. So just by getting out here, doing this, wherever it needs to add the fertilizer, it'll add it. It's kind of a smart spread system. But yeah, we're not throwing too much out there, so it's just enough to get us a decent enough fork cut, and if we can get that, we'll be pretty happy, guys. So now, as I say, our two new pastures up the back will probably take a fair chunk of fertilizer, but again, they're the new fields and not much work. We haven't done anything to them really, bar getting our cut off it. So, and I won't say we're struggling for time, but our field beans will be ready to go here in a day or so. We're getting towards the end of August. I expect them to be due in September, I think it is. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. So, um, and to be fair, we've done a lot of tanking of slurry and stuff in recent videos, but one thing we don't do a lot of is this, which is spreading fertilizer. So we're actually going to do a bit of it today. Just nice and easy, tip along. So the money is going up quite a nice bit in the last few days. The reason for that, the milk, guys. We are selling daily close to 5,500 litres of milk. So if we can keep that up, pushing forward, well, we could really be in for a good chunk of change. It will vary a little bit, and we do have 10 more cows that will be coming on soon enough. They're due to calf shortly, and once they have their first calf, they will produce milk. So I think we're back to probably our original 10 cows producing milk, and that is fantastic, guys. So as I say, if we can get another 10 onto that, we should then in theory double it, so it should be 10,000 a day roughly. Obviously again, it will fluctuate, but going forward, the minimum we should now probably see, I'd be hoping, is that 5 grand limit a day. As the cows go through their different gestation cycles, the max we get is probably close to 10. And as I say, I hope the min will be running around is around the 5,000 mark, guys. So if we can pull that in a day, we really will have bought ourselves a nice chunk of time. So just missing little bits. We don't mind little bits, but yeah, we're getting it all done, guys. So the yard does look completely different with that one building missing there from front of the cow shed, but I think going forward, I think it just opens up that area nicely. It'll give us a good bit of flexibility as well, so excited about it. So we're just going to press on, guys, and keep tilling the fields. It's kind of a slow enough day, as I say. We're kind of just in between that third cut and starting our harvest at some stage. So it's a little bit of, I won't say a lull, because it's not really a lull either. We've plenty of work we need to be doing on the farm like this. And the other thing we really do need to keep an eye out for now, because I got caught there on the field, this field actually, I believe the soil sample was after expiring. I think it's after every 6 harvests, so for us that's like every 2 years. Our grass fields will have to be sampled, so costs a fair chunk of change to it through the college every time, guys, that we're doing. So I think going forward we'll probably look into definitely either renting or buying our own field scanner. I do think we'll just easily buy it. 17,000. We'll just buy it, we'll have it, and it'll sit nicely on the front of the Massey for when we're doing certain jobs out in the fields. All going well, we'll try and keep them up to date on winter times and just kind of off peak times, so maybe that it's a better system to do, because I know it takes a few days to come through. So hopefully now anything that expires after 4 cuts we'll be able to cover ourselves going forward, and it's maybe just one of those things where we just kind of do a joint, especially on the grass fields, because they'll all be fairly similar, I think. So once the next one goes, and if we have the ability to do it ourselves, I do think it's probably something we should look into. Just look into doing it, and what we'll do is we'll do them all, so then each time one grass field goes, they should all be gone. So just keeps it in unison, and it becomes a job we can do once every 2 years. Pull out the soil sampler, test our ground, and see where we are lacking and what needs improving. But as it stands now, we don't have the ability, so we just do rely on the local colleges coming out. But it works. We can't complain. But it does cost that little bit more, so yeah, I think that's where we'd like to eventually kind of push away from that setup and start doing our own. So you can see a lot of this field is in pretty good nick. Doesn't require a whole pile. There's sections there where it's not even going to apply because we're so strong on the nitrogen. Not sure how we did it. Obviously we've been tanking, and maybe the tanking isn't the most accurate method of applying the nitrogen, and maybe it's a dribble bar system we should be looking at. Who knows? Who knows? But again, all these upgrades can come in time. The main thing is if we can start pulling in 10,000 a day, guys, that's pretty much going to change the financial scenario of the farm from, I won't say one that was struggling, but one that was a fair bit of effort, to one that is starting to thrive and really can start to push on to just keep buying land. Where do we stop on the buying land? We don't know. Like to get it up to possibly maybe 100 cows if we could, and see what kind of a workload that is for us. I'd imagine it'll be fairly intense. We are nearly up to, I think it's over 90 now, sheep and goats. Now again, there'll be a bit of a sell coming here when probably over the winter sometime. There will have to be a mini sell-off of some of the sheep and goat, and the reason for that is, again, we'll have a lot of males mixed in with our females, and we just don't need that. So the easiest way for us to do it would probably be sell off all the males we don't want, and hold on to the old ones and keep all the young females, and that way our food decreases, but our wool and goat's milk should stay roughly the same levels. I don't think the males do much in terms of producing wool. Actually, they probably do produce wool, to be fair to them, but for the sheep, and definitely, but obviously they don't produce, males don't produce goat's milk. So yeah. So again, nice chunk of this field down here at the bottom. Not sure why. Maybe it's the runoff from when we have been fertilizing with the tanker, that it just runs off down there, but it's fairly strong. So hopefully by the time we do this and the next cut, and maybe that's where we're going wrong, because we just kind of been doing a manual apply, and maybe we actually don't need that. Maybe it should be the automatic apply we're doing on the slurry. But yeah, for the most part it's been working out pretty well for us. We've gotten this far, so we shouldn't probably complain too much. But yeah, lots of areas that just don't need to be hit that much. So we are going to turn it here, and after this we're heading for the new fields that we have up the back here. So we're going to strike out the gate down here. It's like my new little shortcut to them. Instead of driving all the way around the front of the farm, we'll jump in cab. I think we are done there, so we'll shut off the spreader. Hopefully 600 litres is enough. If not, it's going to be a little bit embarrassing. We'll have to shoot back to the farm again just to top up. Should we have done it before we left? Possibly. But sure, look, you'll always be learning, guys. Oh, it's a bumpy old road. But yeah, getting it done. And this will take a nice bit of pressure off going into fourth cut. Obviously we will be doing no spreading anything after fourth cut. It'll be a big lime session, and the fertilizer, be it manure, tanking, or fertilizer spreading, will be done in early spring, probably end of February, start of March, again depending on what the weather's looking like, but I'd imagine that's where we're going to be going with that one, guys. So we'll just stick it into the gate, go external, turn her on, hit the old cruise button, and away we go. So yeah, you can see now this field is drinking it now a little bit. It's currently at 0 nitrogen, so it probably will take all of it. And probably take all of it and some, I'd say. So we'll just have to see how we get on here. But so far it's doing okay. We've 100 litre used and we're nearly definitely one field complete anyway. And yeah, we'll just have to, now we might miss bits here and there, and that's the joys of it, but this is just to give us a base cover for our next cut off this. And we will have a lash of weeds that we'll have to tend to shortly too once the growing season kicks in, because we all know weeds love to grow, and they will come pretty fast and hard on this ground, I'd imagine, because it's never been treated for before. And we must also once actually think they're pretty close to doing it. The cows on the far side here are nearly ready to move pasture again, so once they're out of this pasture we'll probably try and get in there with the mowers, drop the weeds, give it a bit of a clean, that kind of stuff. Won't be any grass, I think, on it. I'd be shocked if we get any grass off it, to be honest, guys, but what we probably will have is, actually I don't think weeds even produce enough, so we're going to get out there, we're going to definitely cut them, trim them down, and get it back to a condition that we can spray it at some stages. Here it'll probably be a next year job. We probably will definitely reseed one of our pastures, we just haven't decided which one, but I think that is a job that is coming. So, but for now, as I say, I don't think it's not high on my list of priorities. Adding more land to the farm is probably higher on my list of priorities than reseeding what we have, so that will tell you where I am with that. I think we're probably not going to have enough to finish this field, but at the same time I don't think I'm going to be too concerned if we don't, because as I say, it's only a 4 cut. We're just kind of throwing it out because it's, look, it's good to get something. We got a nice chunk of bales from the cut off that I think it was 75. Now the only thing I'm concerned about that is, for some odd reason, a lot of my bales were set to 220 centimeter size, not the 240 that we like to bale. So instead of them being 6,500 litres, only 6,000 litres. So the 75 figure is probably a little bit biased, and I'm actually shocked we had enough fertilizer to do this entire fertilizing session, which is fantastic. So we just jump back in cab. Don't even think that spread anything, not 100% sure, but that is us done in here, guys. So again, we'll drop off the cruise control and we're just going to get back to the farm. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure have we much else we can be at. As I say, it's a bit of a waiting game for this field that's in front of us there for the field beans to come. There's going to be a lot coming up in the next couple of days. We'll have to spray the weeds on our grass. Cows are due to move pastures. We might throw 1 or 2 bales in. In fact, we might actually do that. Throw just a couple of bales in to carry them over today, and hopefully we get a growth spurt of grass then tomorrow, because that would enable us then to move pastures. And if we do that, then that's us getting into that pasture to try and get it back to somewhat of what we like to see, which is grass and no weeds. So I think we took the long way this time. We'll strike back to the farm, guys, and yeah, I'll be back here in a second. We'll probably be on the loader, and as I say, we'll bring up a couple of grass bales to the cows. Excuse me. Oh, that lady did not stand a chance. Yeah, we bring up a couple of grass bales, we'll check out the condition of our pasture, and then these 2 fields on our right are 2 I would love to add to our portfolio, and also the one now kind of that's really, as you stand at this angle, is a steep hill, so we'll have to think about that one. But yeah, we'll get up here and we'll get changed over, and yeah, we'll see you out in the cow pasture in a bit. So we're just back at the farm, guys. We'll throw off our Halifax, and we are going to go for bale spike. So one thing I do love about our upgraded telehandler is just how quiet it is, guys. It really is silent in here. It's kind of actually refreshing not to be deafened. So we are going to pick up a couple of bales here. We'll go for two. We'll probably go for two. So we'll just take two. That should be 12,000 liters, and these are also showing up 6,000 liters. I don't know what's going on. They're all meant to be 6,500, but maybe it could be me. Now, we don't check the baler too often when we set off and do it, but it's only when I notice that we're producing at 6,000 that I change it. So maybe the baler resets every so often to a 220 centimeter bale, which is 6,000 liters. I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate or not. We don't actually know. But yeah, we're just coming here to the brow of the hill, and my gate should be here somewhere there. So we're just going to pop in. You can see they've been doing a fair good job, and you can see the weeds there in the distance. It's yeah, and we've tried to avoid feeding weedy grass to our cows all along, but we get into this then and we don't have much choice, so we'll just let's go. It's not going to work out, is it? Oh, it did work out. Not the most realistic way of doing it, but yeah. So we'll just pull this up along here somewhere, get to the top. So yeah, you can see the weeds that are enforced. They're pretty strong. So that is a bit of feed gone into our cows, and we can quickly check. We're up to 28,000 liters, so that's probably good enough. You see, but we just drive out here into the weeds. Just get a little bit back. You can see the strip where the hedge was. That's yeah. So this might be a field for repasturing, actually. Yeah, you can just see, and we're probably trampling some of them by driving through here with the loader, but it's just, yeah, it is not pretty, guys. So we got to get out there. We got to do something. Most of the grass now, I think, is gone. So yeah, we got to get in here. We got to do our bit, and yeah, just see, can we recover this field a little bit. Wasn't exactly intending to be feeding grass bales this early in the year to it, but this is the joys of it, guys. So we'll keep an eye on them. I think they have enough water. They do, and we've 3,800 liters of milk there ready to go. So it's really just tending to that field once they're out of it. So yeah, all going well. By tomorrow, our field below will have hit another growth stage, so that'll be good because we can then get our cows moved, and yeah, we can really start tending to that. And again, we'll have to check the weather for our harvest, but we do have our field beans coming up. So something else we should probably look to do actually in the near future, we might actually do it now. We'll run over to our combine and we'll get her started and just park her up in front of the workshop, and that'll be the reminder to myself that we do need to work on that for the rest of the day. Just grease it up, oil it up, all that good stuff, make sure everything is running. So will she start? Oh, check that out, guys. She starts first time. Header lifts up. Can we get out of here without wrecking stuff? That is a different problem. It's going to be pretty tight. We're catching something. I think we might be on the wall. Go on, Daisy. No, we should probably stop where we're. Yeah. Yeah, not the best way of doing this. Yeah, that muck spreader is just in the way, and it's a heavy old thing. So yeah, we're going to fight with that in our own time, guys. I think we'll call it here. That was a bit of a fail. We're trying, but yeah, a bit of a fail. So we'll get that out. We'll get it parked up across the way. And yeah, I think we'll call it here for the day on that epic fail right at the end. It's a little bit upsetting, and we can't even get out ourselves. But yeah, a bit of a mismatch going today. Not a whole pile happening, but it is going to ramp up here shortly. We've our grass fields tended to. The field beans out there are pretty close to going. New, or well, not new, but old shed gone from over here, guys. And we have plenty of sheep and goats. So yeah, until next time, guys, I've been Snowman86, and as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all again. Take care.